I am ARHartie, blogger and joy strategist at chasing-joy.com. This is another TTC update where I'm trying to conceive baby number 2 as a single mom by choice. Starting out with frozen embryo transfer after IVF that was successful in giving me my son. About to head out to the fertility clinic to see how my body responded to estrogen priming. I'll chat a little bit more about that later in the video. But figured I would start off with something I don't usually do with an outfit. So this is what I'm looking like these days. If you've been watching previous videos, you know I have to lose some weight to meet the BMI requirement. So I don't know, my body fights weight loss so hard. In terms of the number on the scale, I've definitely lost inches. I feel like I'm looking pretty good these days, but on the scale, it's saying that nothing has changed since I did the fast that ended back in February. So that's a little frustrating, but I'm staying the course. I'm hoping they don't weigh me today because I hate being weighed, but we shall see. But just wanted to show you guys what I'm looking like these days, but I'm staying the course with the weight loss. Okay. Check back in a half hour or so. A few seconds for you guys. Okay, guys, I'm in the exam room, and I never noticed this before. So this is a spotlight that aims right at your vagina. I don't know why I never noticed it. I think maybe they don't normally have it on. It just made me chuckle, the things you go through trying to conceive, right? A Vagina Spotlight. Funny stuff. Gotta find the humor in all this. It can be overwhelming. Okay, guys, so that went well. Oops, hold on. I think my camera's a little messy. Hold on, sorry. All right, that's a little better. So that went well, and we are ready to go with the ERA. So estrogen priming. So I was been doing estrogen priming for the last 2 weeks. So estrogen priming, I don't know the details, but it's basically where you take estrogen to thicken your uterine lining. So I do medicated frozen embryo transfers. I know some people, there's a way to do them naturally, but I just like to feel like you have as much control as possible over these scenarios where there's really no control. You know, control's an illusion, as we found out, a few weeks ago, and my body made a whole cyst even though I was on birth control pills. Anyway, I do the medicated cycle. So with the medicated cycles, you do birth control first to quiet your own hormones, to make them stop doing whatever they're doing. Like quiet your ovaries. And that was the problem I had. My ovaries did not get quiet. I still had a cyst that was making estrogen, so everything got pushed back a couple weeks. And then the last visit, it was no longer producing estrogen, even though the cyst was still there. So since it wasn't producing estrogen, they said I could get started with the estrogen priming, and that's where they control how much estrogen I'm getting. So the first week, it's like this little teeny blue pill, which I probably showed in a previous video. I don't have it with me. The first week was 1 estrogen pill 3 times a day. Morning, bedtime, and midday. Then the second week, you add in 2 pills, but those pills are vaginally. So then you're taking 5 pills a day. So it's 1 in by mouth, morning, well, like when you wake up before you go to bed, and midday. And then vaginally, you're putting 1 in the morning and 1 in at bedtime. So for the most part, that went well this week. And I only missed one. I fell asleep before I put it in, because when you put it in, you're supposed to lay down for 30 minutes. So I would typically put it in and then lay right down. And I lay down and just fell asleep immediately before I put it in. So I put it in that morning, and then that day I put one in at midday. Even though I couldn't really lay down, I figured, it's better to put it in there, even if it's not as effective, than to skip a dose. So, but it all worked out. We were hoping to see the uterine lining to be at like, I think 8. I think it's 8 millimeters. And mine was 14 point something when they measured. So he said it looks great. And I think he was looking for the cyst. He didn't like dig around in there a lot, which was good because it can hurt sometimes, especially on my left side where the cyst was. It's like my ovary is kind of behind the uterus a little bit on that side. I think that's what they told me. So it didn't seem like they were worried or concerned about the cyst, or if he saw it, it wasn't a big deal anymore. So good to go. So I had my nurse draw on my lower back, upper butt area, so I know where to do the progesterone injections, because these are intramuscular injections. They're not the kind of that go in the fat of your stomach, but they go in the muscles of your back, or you can do your thighs. I did it in my thigh one time on a previous embryo transfer, and it hurt so bad. I was in pain for days. I said, I will never do that. So my shots will all be in the back, alternating. She drew on me, and so I'm gonna get started with the ARHartie. I'm excited and anxious to find out the results of that. One thing I was surprised is that I continue to take the estrogen. I don't remember that. I do not remember that at all from previous transfers, but I'm sure I had to do it. Maybe I'll go back and watch some of my old videos and see. But I don't remember that at all. Maybe just because the needles are so much more, involved and intimidating, that I remember the needle part, but not the sticking the pill in my hoo-ha. So, all good to go for the ARHartie. I'm anxious to see the results. I did not get weighed today, which was great. I am a little nervous now that, like, once this ARHartie is done, it's just the weight loss that I'll be waiting on. And then that pressure, even though it's my own pressure, it's my own timeline. Like, I get to dictate all this, and I have to keep reminding myself, because I start to feel pressured, and then pressure translates to stress, and stress translates to, like, overeating. And so it's not a great cycle. So I'm trying to, like, get my head right about all this. Like, these doctors work for me. Like, I don't work for them. Like, yes, they have their requirements for me to lose weight, but I already want to lose weight. So they're on my timeline. Like, trying to, like, talk myself down, from anybody who's had, like, a lifetime of weight issues. The biggest factor is your brain. So trying to get my head right. So, but yeah, so good news today, and be on to needles starting tomorrow. I know I can do it. I did it before. I need to go watch my videos, though, to see exactly how I did it before, because I don't quite remember everything, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. Wait, I forgot. It was one thing I want to show y'all. I have my very own sperm. It's Infertility Awareness Week, and so they had a really nice matching orange shirts that all had positive positive messages. Like, one said good vibes only, one said it's a journey, one said you got this, but everybody had on an orange shirt with different saying. And then they had these little they're really stress balls. Did you squeeze, that are shaped like sperm. I don't know where I'm gonna keep this, but I thought it was funny. Watch Baby Joy Chaser end up with it, and he'll, like, be chewing on it or something, and my brother, who's, I think, a little more conservative than me, will come over and see it and, like, probably freak out, but I think it's funny. Happy swimmers. Okay, guys, bye for real.